there's nothing like getting hate comments on a video that you clearly said that you don't want to be flamed in the comment section for. I guess that's life of being a YouTuber, I guess. On the real though, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, it's Gabriel. Today's video is just going to be talking about some stuff. So if you guys don't know, I think a couple days ago I released a video called Why I Think the X generation is better than the Metal Fight generation. And clearly, I got a lot of pushback. I got like 3 comments already that have gotten pushed back based on my own opinions. And we're going to talk about those today. Now, this isn't a reason for you to go harass these people. That's not what my channel is based on, and I don't want anyone to get harassed because I just pointed them out in the video. But I just wanted to show off how much the Metal Fight community will, you know, defend the Metal Fight community, the Metal Fight anime for what it is, or saying that it's the best. I don't know why, but let's just get into that. But before we get started, hey you, do you want BX bays? Or even UX bays? Or even CX bays? Well then go check out sponsor of the channel, Mall of Toys. They're a big help to the channel, and if you guys use code GabrielsBays at checkout, you'll save 5% off. Now let's get back to the video. The first comment to look at says, Beyblade X is trash, man. I get it if you like Beyblade Burst or OG over Metal Fight, but Beyblade X only has one gimmick, which some would find cool in the first episode, and they ruined the whole bond between the Blader and the Bay Beast. Beyblade X is trash with a vomiting emoji. Okay, let's dissect that real quick. First of all, I want to talk about the point that he says that Beyblade X only has one gimmick. That is actually far from the truth in the fact that Beyblade X has 2 gimmicks, actually more gimmicks than it actually does. It has the metal from Metal Fight generation, the bursting mechanic from Burst, and the X-Rail has 3 gimmicks in one, and each Beyblade has their own specific gimmick, which kind of counteracts what you said with the only having one gimmick. Second off, they didn't ruin the bond between the Blader and the Bay Beast. It's a more sportsy based anime, and it's meant to be more realistic rather than having the Bladers bond with the babies, rather than, you know, as I just said. Now let's not say I hated the Avatar idea either. I liked the idea of the Beyblades having their own avatars and the Bladers speaking to the avatars. I just personally like X more, but I could understand where you're coming from with the bonding thing, but it's a sports-based anime, there isn't really supposed to be any fantastical elements, so why are you kind of complaining about that? I honestly don't understand. Holy shit, this grammar is actually so bad. Anyways, I'm just gonna continue. I'm gonna continue with this. This comment says, I think you are in need of more info. MFB released in the 2000s and Beyblade X released it recently, which I said in my original video, so I don't know why they're repeating that again. And it says, you comparing between both of them, you need to know how to compare if MFB Bay is not released. I can't understand what this comment says. I legitimately cannot track at this comment. I'm gonna try and see where the next cohesive part of this thing is. You can just read the comment if you want to, but I can't tell where to follow with this comment. I was going to make a consensus about this comment, but because the grammar of this comment is so all over the place, I can't really give a proper consensus because, legitimately, I don't even know what you're trying to say. Are you trying to say that Metal Fight bays and X bays and Plastic Gen bays are better? I can't tell because you mentioned Plastic Gen, you mentioned Metal Fight, you mentioned X. Where is your point in all this comment? I'm not trying to flame you whatsoever. I'm just asking because this comment makes no grammatical sense. I'm actually so confused. The last comment I'm looking at is actually from the same person that wrote the incoherent comment, so hopefully their comment is actually coherent this time. So, this comment says, first off, all different characters use the same Bay and Beyblade X. Most of the shit thing ever came from... okay, we lost ourselves here. And... Beyblade X, what? Also in Beyblade X versus Beyblade Metal Fight destroys them. And in Beyblade X, characters use same Bay, but use that same Bay better than the MC characters. I thought this would be coherent. I actually thought this comment would be coherent to work with, but honestly, I didn't understand. I understood the first part and like some of the second part, but it's written in such a weird way. I can't really, you know, create a consensus again. The main thing I want to go over is their main point saying that all different Beyblades in Beyblade X are pretty much used by the same people, and well, yes, that is true. I think that's mainly due to the animation studio not having enough Beyblade models and them not wanting every character in the anime to use the different bays that the main characters already have, and they give the side character bays to the minor characters that only appear once or twice. And yeah, I don't really have much else to say on that. Overall, these comments kind of solidify my fact in the fact that Metal Fight's the most glazed generation, in the fact that, you know, they cling on to Metal Fight, the people that just commented on my things, cling on to Metal Fight so much, and they try to reason saying that Metal Fight's better than X, when I already have my opinion solidified, and I don't really want changing it. And let me preface my points again. I do not hate Beyblade Metal Fight. I'm just gonna say this outright. I do not hate Beyblade Metal Fight. It's one of the first things that actually got me introduced to Beyblade in the first place. So if I were to say I hate it, that would just be disingenuous to my actual thoughts on Beyblade Metal Fight. My problem is that people are trying to witch hunt me because of the fact that I have an opinion that differs from the other people. And yeah, that's kind of divisive in the Beyblade community. I kind of don't like that animosity that the community has when it comes to Metal Fight and its superiority complex against other generations. But I could kind of excuse that if it wasn't for just people clowning on, actually the Metal Fight people clowning on the other generation people. They've kind of, you know, toned it down as Burst went onward, and Burst and Metal Fight, while they still have little kerfuffles, it's still like they like each other and they're just, you know, cool with each other. But immediately when Beyblade X comes around and I say that I like X more than Metal Fight, I get these comments. So I don't know what to say other than the fact that the animosity is just kind of stupid. To end this video off on a positive note, the Bay Clash and my 500 subscriber special will be coming out soon. So be on the lookout for that if you guys are excited for me to actually show off stuff that I'm doing for 500 subscribers. So anyway guys, that's it. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Tune in next time. Goodbye folks.